another memory capsule here. I fear for Daniel, for he is reckless. He is tainted by the approaching shadow and will not be able to pass the gate. Will he be able to accept this in the end? My love, I've seen evil in him. How am I to trust him with the truth? What cruel irony that I have to do unto him what Agrippa did unto me. So, we're going to find out more about what Agrippa did here eventually in an area coming up past the sewer. So, anyway. More laudanum, we need this. So yeah, ignore the guy's dick. We are going to be using that guy to get our vaccine actually in a very, procedure that would be frowned upon by modern medicine. You will lose sanity in this room. I don't think there's anything to actually do in there. We will need to use this room. Keep the door open here. Keep this. Might actually help to put this right here, just because. Hold on, just to be a minor impediment. If you haven't guessed yet, that's where our guy's coming from. So yeah, in this room, I don't think there's anything to pick up. You'll lose sanity in here too, of course. But yeah, we have to make a crude-looking, horrible, awful needle. Oh no! First, we need to use the hand drill on this guy's skull. That looks pleasant, huh? Just watching that loses you sanity, and your hand drill breaks there. Yeah, in general, if these key items don't disappear when you use them, it means you're going to use them again later. Like the hollow needle, it kept that because it knew we'd need it later. We still have the hammer and chipper, which means we might use that later. We're definitely going to use the glass jar later. So we're going to stick this in the blood flow and then prick our finger on it. Oh god, this makes me cringe. Ugh. But that'll give us the vaccine we need. And if we try to leave, we will get a knock on the door from a new friend of ours by the name of Jeff, I like to call him. And he's going to try and break down this door too. So crouch in this corner. If he does break down the door, he's not going to see us. Wait until we can't hear his wail screams anymore. I'm dropping sanity, aren't I? Yep, that's a lot of sanity gone there. Even if we, like, collapse, though, in this spot, we're safe. This guy is actually what's called a brute. They're much worse than the grunts. They can outrun you, there's no way to kite them. Unless you're very, like, clever with throwing objects or things like that. They also do a lot more damage. They will kill you in one hit unless you are at 100% health, and clearly I am not. So, if you were to get in here, we'd be 100% fucked. I think he might be gone now, is he? He's not coming up to the door. He's not in here, is he? Nope, but he broke down the door. He should have despawned by now. And we can get out. Well, we're at low sanity, so everything's all trippy. He definitely should have despawned at this point. But he can't get through the door. That is the greatest weakness of every enemy in this game. Doors. So. Okay, so we're still tripping balls. I'm not sure how we're gonna fix that. Especially since we're going into one of the more dangerous areas right now. The sewer. Whoa, man, tripping balls, man. I just need to gain some sanity at some point or two. You see these weird spore-looking things? That would be damaging you if you hadn't gone to the morgue yet and gotten your thing. Anyway, we're gonna try going in anyway. If we die, we die. That's simple. What is that about. Henry. Henry Bedlow. I don't care about you, Henry. Oh, just getting to a new area puts your sanity up, apparently. This is a relatively safe spot, because considering these guys have very damaged limbs, they can't climb ladders. So if you run into... I think there is one that does spawn toward the beginning. If you do get spotted, run for the ladder, he can't get you. No camps in this area. You might think there would be, simply because they put water in here. These little corner knob type things are good for hiding. There's Jeff. Don't look at him. Don't look at him. You'll lose sanity, and also if you look at them for too long, they do notice you. Now when I've been talking about... Oh, our sanity is back down to low. When I've been talking about monsters, I've been talking about them patrolling. But the way pretty much every monster encounter actually works is, while it does sort of function like they're patrolling, they all have triggered spawns, very specific places you go to. And when you wait long enough, they do despawn. Like that one. Like, I don't think he'll be down there if we walk down the hallway. There are a couple enemies that are static, like one we will see later in this area, that actually needs to be God using sort of mechanism I will show you. So yeah, anyway, if you do encounter one of these guys, these knobs are useful for hiding. We don't usually see around these. These enemies are all remarkably dumb. Broken bars. I'm not sure if one triggers at any point. Open up. Broken ladder. Can't use that. Why would it be nice if this area ended right there? Now, this area isn't easy, but it's not nearly as bad as a place like the northern block of the prison, or an area we're going to get to later. I'd say the prison northern block is the single most bothersome area of the game. Not taking into account, of course, that weight in the game. There are good hiding spots in here if we just get into a corner, like we'd be able to get under this pipe, because there might be an enemy that spawned or something here, I'm not sure. So anyway, I'm not sure which way we pull these. What I do know is you'll want to pull them until the gears are at the slowest speed you can move. There's a rat up there. So now it sounds like it's moving faster. And that sounds like it's moving slower. Okay, so that sounds like we've slowed it down. And that's all we can do in this one. Walking up to this door might trigger an enemy. Not 100% sure. I recall having seen an enemy in this spot before. Over here? Jeff? You there, Jeff? Nope. Okay. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. This would be a good room to hide if we were to see an enemy spawn. Enemies do always make a noise when they spawn. The brutes, which are the only enemies that appear in this area, they will make a kind of wail noise. Oh, walking up to the wheel trigger to flash that.
What's happening? What are you doing? Let me go!
I think it drops your sanity, but not much we can do about
Don't
that.
take me! Nobody ever returns!
I wonder if we can hide here. I don't know. I'm just scoping out potential hiding spots. Most of the time you don't get chased a lot in this area. The enemies are actually pretty easy to avoid. Because generally they all spawn when you're already in another room. Except for the one special case I mentioned that pops up later. That we'll have to deal with in a way that's rather unconventional. We gotta break this pipe off, and that might spawn an enemy. Let's hope not. Just wiggle it a little. And then pick it up. And then let's go. I'm gonna use this pipe for the next part of the sewer. And what we do is if you touch that with your hand or if you walk into it, it'll damage you, so don't even attempt. The wheel's spinning too fast. I thought we slowed it down. Guess we didn't do it right in this room. Over here. I'm gonna come back here. Pretty sure there are no enemies. I could be a lot more careful with this, but I'm just trying to get this done. Especially since we've already been this way, I feel kind of gypped. Oh, come on, you. See, that sounds slower. That must be it. Oh, you see, that's why he didn't spawn before. Because we hadn't finished doing what we need to do in this room. Get down here. He shouldn't notice us as he breaks down the door. Right there. You hear that sort of hinge creaking sound? That's the noise Jeff makes when he walks. He's got a lot of metal implant type structures on him. So it'll make a very distinctive creaking. Now once you haven't heard that for a while, it means he's probably gone. The music will continue. That'll kind of trip you up. The music will actually continue until you check out the area the sound came from, and you don't see the enemy anymore. So you see, now that I have line of sight to the spot where he spawned, and he's not there, the music stopped. Which means he is more than likely despawned. Yeah, that's why I remember seeing an enemy right here. Because there was one right here. And it spawns when you actually do what you're supposed to do. And that's what I do. Hey Jeff, don't be here. Don't be around here, Jeff. I don't need you here. Alright, now let's see what I'm doing this. There we go. Some extra sanity for us. Now, these bars are weakened. Jeff is actually going to do us a favor and break those down. Before we can get him to do that, we need to trigger his spawn. There's one point at which we'll want that to happen. Yeah, the shadow's been here. That'll lose you a little sanity. Looks like Steve is having a bad day in this room.
Daniel, turn around this instant. You are carrying the shadow with you.
Shut up, Alexander. You bitch ass. I ain't letting you get home. There's some laudanum in here. Come on. That's shadow noise. And when we try to leave, trigger Jeff's spawn. Yep, that's him breaking through the bars. We want to get in here just so he doesn't notice us. Get down real quick. No, let's get in this room. This will be better. And the music stopped for us, which means even though we haven't checked out the area, it's probably gone. Oh, no. Enemy music's still there. Let's just wait a few more seconds. Still hear his distinctive creaking. Oh, he's at the door. He's not gonna see us though. Hopefully. Any luck? People will get a glimpse of him leaving. Get that corner peek. Yep, there he is. Walking away yet, Jeff? Yep. Let's just give him a few seconds. Get out of here. Is that him I just saw turning the corner? I think you can still see him moving down there. Or is this just like water? buddy. Down there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he always comes up to the door in that room. So that room is pretty much no longer safe. But Def has ever so kindly opened the way for us. So we're gonna go through now. Now this is the place with unavoidable death. He doesn't despawn. He's just around this corner here. But he doesn't move, I don't think. He shouldn't anyway. If the game stays like I remember it. What we can do, there is safe haven shortly past him. This will test the limits of your ability to just run like hell. So anyway, oh shit, he's off. Shit, I'm probably gonna die here because you actually cannot run these guys. Maybe I can hide long enough to remember where I am. Unless he went back to his spot. I've seen him do before. Okay, he has moved, so we're just gonna run like hell. At a certain point, I think he automatically detects you and will give chase. Right here, it is. See, that's the chase music. Get to the ladder, and he can't hurt you. There he is. Haha, fuck you, Def. Woo! There we go. That's the hardest that area gets, and it's not that difficult. So anyway, yeah, all you gotta do is keep running after he automatically chases you, and you will just barely make it up the ladder so long as you don't stop. This leads us into our fourth and final safe hub area, the nave. Now it looks kind of sprawling in there. There are a lot of doors, uncharacteristic, like hallway type little rooms that are uncharacteristic of one of the hub areas. But this is one of your safe zones. This door won't budge. We'll come back through there at a certain point. That's a dead end. Dead end. Yeah, this room is safe again, so feel free to use some tinder boxes in dark spaces as opposed to the lantern. That's the dead end we just saw. There's one that wouldn't budge. There's one that leads to a place we'll need to go later. Yeah, right here. Of course the levers are broken. Because the levers are always 100% of the time broken.
9th of August 1839. I can't stop sweating and shaking. The warding ritual was not something of a sane mind. I did not even realize the dungeon was still in use. Alexander had his servants bring one of the prisoners, a murderer, he told me. Alexander made all the arrangements, but he said I had to perform the ritual in order to have the right effect. The shadow could be led astray by the blood of another. Killing the man would provide us precious time. What else could I do? Alexander said it had to be done. He is saving my life. I don't have the luxury of argument.
So, there we go. Alexander is telling us to do some morally questionable things. You've probably figured out by now that he is desperately trying to get home. So, his actions concerning us would, you'd assume, have something to do with his quest to get back to where he came from. It's not loose sand in here. I'll light a torch right there. We're going to be going back down this staircase a couple times, actually. I'm sure. Not sure there's anything over here. Just some tinder boxes. Come on, don't move the box. Pick up the tinder boxes. Okay. That's all I need here.
Agrippa, I need you to stay awake. Can you feel the syringe?
No, I can't feel anything. Alexander,
Yes.
soon I won't even be able to move, will I?
Your life is safe.
I don't doubt that. But will it be worth living?
So Agrippa is taking, in that flashback, some kind of mixture that renders him immobile, but also, as we see in this room, immortal.